Well, hey everybody, backyard scrapping here. We're finally here to have a little bit of fun. I actually spent most of my last days off hassling with that package, but anyway, if you saw the last video I posted on it, I hope you learned something from it, that you really aren't insured when you're shipping coins and bullion and stuff like that, technically. So just be aware of what you're shipping, how you're shipping, what's going on. Try and learn as much as you can about it. But anyway, enough of that crap. Let's get to some fun stuff. What we're going to be doing here is we're actually going to be I've got a little bit of scrap karat gold that we are going to refine, and we haven't done this yet. At least, I haven't done a video on it yet. But what this basically is it's going to entail what's called inquartation, or inquarting the gold. When this gold is mixed like this, you may have seen other videos about it on YouTube and whatever, but to simplify it, nitric acid, there's too much gold content in this for nitric acid to dissolve it. Okay, so what you actually have to do, what inquartation means, is actually lowering the gold content enough to let the acid attack the other base metals and remove them, leaving only the gold. So also too, the silver in this can kind of can mess you up. Sometimes when I'm refining like placer gold or gold nuggets or fine gold, gold flour, whatever, but natural gold. A lot of times natural gold has a lot of silver in it. And what can happen with that, or a percentage of silver in it, if you're lucky, what happens when you dissolve the natural gold or gold flakes is you'll actually get everything to dissolve, and this is putting it directly into aqua regia, not just nitric acid. And then you'll end up with a little bit of residue in the bottom, which is actually going to be your silver that came out of the gold, that you can melt into a little bead of silver. Now sometimes that little bead of silver will actually still contain gold, and that just really depends on the percentage of your natural gold. But whenever you're doing karat gold like this, you have to go through this inquartation process, because if you actually just put this right into aqua regia, what's going to happen is the silver is going to lock it out. In other words, you'll get like a coating on it, and the silver will prevent the aqua regia from dissolving. I don't know all the chemicals. I just know from trial and error. So what you have to do is actually bring the level of this gold down to about 25%, and then that will allow dilute nitric acid, or like a 35% nitric acid, to attack those other base metals, and it will dissolve them, just leaving the gold powder behind, which is what you want. And a lot of times that gold that is left behind is going to be pretty pure. It'll be 99% pure or whatever, but it's going to be fairly pure. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how much copper we're going to need. Now I use copper. A lot of people use silver. They use silver because it takes less nitric acid. Silver actually is going to take 1.5, maybe 1 3/4 milliliters of nitric acid to do the inquartation, dissolve, where copper may take 3 3/4 milliliters per gram. But if you do the copper, you don't really have to worry about extracting your silver. Now there's probably going to be a little bit of silver in it that's going to come out of this metal. So yeah, you would do a little silver drop in there, but then you're not having to worry about recovering all the silver you used. It's just one process. So I'd rather use a little more nitric acid and eliminate a step, by having to recover the silver and then recover the copper after that, where this way I can get the little bit of silver out by dropping it with muriatic acid or with salt, and then also just recover my copper as normal. So out of the copper nitrate. So anyway, let's go ahead and go through this real quick and figure out exactly what we're going to need. This is going to be the first part of probably a 2 or 3 part video, but I've already weighed these up to save time because I knew I would be babbling about this, explaining it to you. And what we have here is we've got 11.4 grams of 18 karat gold. So we're going to need an X amount of copper for that and that. So we've got 11.4. So what we need to do is we need to take 11.4 grams, 1.4. We are going to multiply that by 0.75 because that's the purity level of this. This is 75% pure. So that 11.4 equals actually 8.55 grams of pure gold in this. That's what's here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that pure gold weight and we're going to times it. We're going to multiply that times 4. And that's going to equal, so times 4 equals 34.2. So that's 34.2 grams in total. Now we're going to take that 34.2 grams and we are going to minus the original starting weight, which was 11.4 grams minus. So we'll minus that starting weight and we end up with 22.8 grams. So 22.8 grams of copper is what we're going to need to drop this down to 25% pure gold. So anyway, I've got my copper here. I'm not going to go through weighing it out and showing you that, but anyway, so we know that. The same process is going to be with this. The 14 karat gold, we are going to do the formula for that is exactly the same, but there's a different amount of gold in the 14 karat gold. So this I don't have weighed yet, so let me throw this on here. And I've already tested, you can see my little test kit is out. I've already tested all this stuff to make sure I was getting things right. And that ain't going to work because I didn't tar my scale. So, alright, so we have 18.18 grams of 14 karat gold. So we're going to do the same thing. 18.18. We're going to times that. 18.18 grams. Now gold is 14 karat gold is 0.585 pure. So it's a little more than half pure. So we're going to multiply that times 0.585. That equals 10.63 grams of pure gold right here. So 10.63. Now we're going to multiply that times 4. That's going to give us 42.54, and we are going to subtract our original 18.18 from that, and that gives us 24.36 grams of copper that we will need to add to this to bring it down to 25%. So that's the basics of what we're going to do. I've got a little bit of 10 karat gold here, and you can already see I figured that out and put a couple little copper BBs in there. And I mean, and this is nothing. This is like 1/4 of a gram. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mix all this up into one dish. I'm going to weigh out the copper I need. I'm going to put it all into a melting dish, and then I'm going to pour it into shot. And once we do that, then we will start dissolving this in dilute nitric acid, or basically, if you want to call it 35% nitric acid, and that should leave behind just the pure gold powder. Now we will actually, after we get the pure gold powder, we'll actually refine it again to make absolutely certain that it's pure. I do have a little bit of dental gold here. I couldn't get an exact carat on it. I'm not positive about this. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to do another small little batch separate from this, because just in case, I don't know exactly what this is or what is in it. So we'll do that a little bit separately, but I'll do the same process. I'm going to figure it at 12 karat gold because it kind of hung on 14 and it hung on 10, but it dissolved a little bit, you know, in the 14. So I'm thinking it's probably 12. Who knows? Anyway, we're going to do it separately because I don't want this to foul this. So that's going to be our process. I'll get back to you when we get outside and get started on this. It's probably going to be another video. This is actually probably just going to be part 1 here, because I have to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm just not going to have any time to get to this until we, till I'm off work again. So anyway, I wanted to explain to you what we're going to be doing and how it's going to be done. I'll show you the melt. When I melt all this together, we're going to pour it in the shot. Like I said, then we're going to put it in our dilute nitric acid. We're going to dissolve off all the base metals, which is going to leave us with a pure gold powder. That pure gold powder we will then re-refine, just to make sure that we get, the majority of, or if not all of, the contaminants of it. Okay, guys, so this is going to be part 1. We will see you guys back in part 2. So I hope you enjoy this little series that's coming up. I always like doing this because it's completely different from doing the, the computer stuff. It's just, computer stuff, you go right into acid. There's no mixing or anything like that. So, but anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.